Good evening from Central Texas, the scene of utter devastation, a natural disaster of epic proportions after days of relentless historic rain triggered raging floods. The river here swelling to at least 45 feet, rushing over its banks, demolishing homes and businesses right off their foundations. Right now, there are entire neighborhoods under feet of mud and water, including here in the tiny town of Wimberley, being called the epicenter of this disaster. And Houston, the nation's fourth largest city, part of it paralyzed tonight. At this hour, the death toll stands at 14 in Texas and Oklahoma. 13 more people are missing, including families swept away in floodwaters. And there is a frantic around-the-clock search to find them. And tonight, from the ground here and the air, we are getting a new look at the incredible scope of this catastrophe. From above, you can see just how hard tiny Wimberley was hit, a town of just 2,700 people overwhelmed by water. Trees that have stood through centuries of storms, no match for this one.
The house had 13 feet total.
Scott Wallace still can't believe how quickly his house ended up underwater. And this happened just in a matter of minutes.
Oh yeah, it was unbelievably rapid, rapid rise.
To appreciate how much water was here, this house sits about 30 to 35 feet above the river itself. It got above the first floor. The river itself, never this wide. In fact, it's usually so low you can wade across it and not get your knees wet. They are no strangers to flash flooding here, but longtime residents say this was different.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
County officials say the river rose 12 to 14 feet in just half an hour, engulfing the Blanco River and shattering a record set in 1929. Throughout the day, the search continued for 13 people confirmed missing. The water is receding, but not quickly enough. Crews had to suspend some operations yesterday, but were eager to get back at it.
It's tough work. We're going to go out and scour that area and find what needs to be found.
Do we not have power in here? Not in here.
Knowing more rain is possible, local crews and volunteers race to clean up as fast as possible.
Look at this mess. It's got to just dig in and feet on the ground and get it cleaned up. Do the best you can and move forward.
This just part of a terrible series of weather events in Texas over the last few days, from the flooding in Houston to a tornado in LaGrange. He may have lost his home, but Scott Wallace knows he and his family are among the lucky ones. How are you doing through all this to look at this?
Well, we have friends and family helping us so far, and we're just, doing the best we can.
As you walk along these riverbanks, you have to double take at some of the things you see, like those cabins over there. They used to be where I am. They're now across the road. Behind me is the River Blanco, and you can see the stripped away bark. That shows you really where the water line was, 45 feet above its normal level, sweeping across this area. I would have certainly been on.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.